Since Madhu already said that I'll be sharing my experience is all about everyone's everyday because I'm an ordinary girl and traveling just as you are journeying through life. So I begin with few lines from our very own Tagore's Shadharan Mein, which can be read as an ordinary girl. I am the girl from the inner chambers. You don't know me. As for myself, I'm young. The enchantment of my green years had touched someone's heart. But I forgot that I am a very ordinary girl. I don't possess the riches to pay the full price for what's priceless. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear students, at the very outset, let me ask you just one simple question. Who is a woman? A mother, a sister, a daughter, a girlfriend, a companion, so on and so forth. But take it from me, she is no one as these, because these are just institutionalized roles which are imposed on the woman. Let us treat her as an individual human, and therefore let's make a paradigmatic shift from understanding woman and man into human. When you were in class 1, you had been given an essay quite often, My Ambition. And when I say you, I actually address you as young boy students. And you write in your ambition that you would want to become a painter or a poet because you are actually fond and very passionate about painting or writing. But that same person changes his ambition to aeronautical engineer or a doctor when you come to class 10. Why is that so? It is because you've been gendered socialized that you are a boy and you have to learn science, you have to be either a doctor or an engineer to become a person who is supposed to earn his means of livelihood for the entire family. Forget about the individual you. So your passion remains painting and writing, but you are absolutely endorsed with the science and means of livelihood earning for the entire family. My simple observation is that many of you might be ashamed to acknowledge that your mother earns more than your father, or that you are not very good in sports. You would rather like cooking in the kitchen while your sister is a champion in the same, that is in sports. And since I'm the humanities branch and I have been hearing this quite a lot of times from my humanities students, that we are quite ashamed to acknowledge that they have taken up humanities in their higher studies while their girlfriends have taken up science or commerce. This is a world of AI where Siri and Alexa is not necessarily a woman's voice or a woman assistant to all of us. So standing in this institution which strives for excellence in every field, why can't we think beyond gender? Why can't we think beyond masculine and feminine? Because these are all strict institutional roles that have been imposed on us. Why can't we challenge them? We are being educated, we are being empowered, and we are moving towards a society of equality. And if this be the case, then let's start thinking beyond gender. Moreover, International Men's Day, International Women's Day is celebrated. A man and a woman, both of them as humans, are struggling in everyday life battles. You celebrate laughter, you celebrate joy, but you commemorate everyday's living with struggles, laughter, joy, and pain. So in that case, if you as a boy can or would wish to cry, please do cry over a heartbreak or an irreplaceable loss. Similarly, please do accept a neighborhood girl in Loreto who wants to play cricket instead of cooking a meal in the kitchen. And that will be going beyond gender roles. Do not accept the imposed gender roles. We are humans, we are individuals, as a result of which we walk through the journey of life with every pain, disaster, joy, happiness. And trust me, there is nothing gendered about any of this. Therefore, International Women's Day can be marked today, 2026 International Women's Day can be marked as a day of shifting paradigms from gender bias to gender variance, from duality of masculinity and femininity to multiplicity, and from a rigid homogeneity to a multiple heterogeneity. So next time, being a young boy or growing man who would want to be an individual with whatever choices you would want to make, please do so without asking for any kind of imposed gender roles that is expected out of you. Let's understand that there's nothing gendered in anything that we do unless until when the word we acknowledge in terms of being created only in 1960 just to acknowledge and discipline human bodies. Nothing beyond that. Therefore, being a 21st century staunch feminist who resists not to win but resists because she really cares for both man and woman equally, I, on behalf of both my male and female friends and students who think alike, wish you a fairer journey towards a more gender-just, equal society by reciting very few of my favorite lines from Maya Angelou's Still I Rise. And this would connect and voice all of us as individuals irrespective of gender. And the lines go like this. You can cut me with your words, you can shoot me with your eyes, you can kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I will rise. Because I am what my ancestors gave. I am the hope and dream of every slave. Out of the heart of history's shame, I rise. Up against a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I rise, I rise, I rise, and still I rise. Hope we all connect to rise in education, equality, and empowerment. Happy journey. Thank you so much.